Growing up, I never really had a tremendous amount of friends. I saw my house cleaners more than I saw my parents, and I was constantly moving around the country because of my father's job. I never really just stayed in one place. I had to learn not to attach any of my memories to the neighborhoods I lived in or the beaches I frequented, because I would just be gone the next summer. I was probably 14 when my mother brought me back a vintage film camera she had found at a boutique in New York City, and it was then that my creativity seemed to spark. I then started to delve into the photography world and soon found myself to be a young amateur. I quickly learned that even though the people and circumstances in the photograph change, the memories still stay the same. This camera has been with me through some of my hardest and most prideful moments. It has seen the pearly beaches of Hawaii to the bustling streets of Boston, and everywhere in between. My camera collection has grown to 6, and over time I've really gotten into portraits. I photographed some of my dearest friends and closest family members, simply just for the memory. I never want to miss the opportunity to capture something beautiful, so I generally bring it around with me everywhere I go. I've been known as the guy who brings the camera and a plate of chocolate chip cookies to parties, and I bring it to family dinners, and I even bring it to Target too sometimes, because you never know what you're just going to want to shoot and stuff. In a way, this camera has helped shape me into who I am now. My life probably wouldn't have been the same had my mom not taken that last-minute trip to the city. I've gotten to capture some of my most beautiful moments in my life, and I get to cherish them forever. I think that getting involved in something so creative at such a young time in your life is really important, but not just in my case, just like generally. It molds our minds and makes us think for ourselves as individuals and not as a part of the system. Because nowadays it's so easy to fall into the current, always following the person in front of you and never quite making your own decisions. So, it's important to get involved in something that frees your mind and gives you the creative expression that you need. And for me, this was film photography, and with this I have the freedom to be who I want to be.